Hey, Lance again. So, looking at chapter 9 and chapter 10. So, chapter 9, decision making, creativity, innovation. So, for decision making, it takes place during the problem solving and involves judgment. Problem solving is a method using analytical thinking to find a solution. Two types of decision making. One is programmed, which is routine, situation, or systems. And then two is non programmed, non routine, not a normal task, not a normal operation. So, looking at chapter 10, so this one was my pick out of these two. So, that I liked more. So, ethics and social responsibility in an organization. So, um, I think the reason I like this one more, it hits home to me due to my current position within Avery Dennison. So, being a ELS project lead, and that's Enterprise Lean Sigma. So, I run events, problem solving, um, obviously the decision making, as in chapter 9. But you can't do any of that until you really get down to chapter 10, with this ethics and social responsibility in the organization. You have to have that structure, in my mind, to be able to do the decision making and problem solving that comes into play after. If that makes sense. So, for ethics and responsibility in organizations, ethics, those are just moral principles that are distilled within us. And yes, they can be taught, I think. Um, but it's more so, to me, I think ethics are something that are distilled in you at an earlier age. Yes, I have been, I guess, shaped into believing or seeing things because I've been with this company. I'm 34 years old yesterday, and I've been with Avery Dennison for 13 years. So it's really my first real job, and I've worked my way up in the tiers, and I believe the Avery ways, if that makes sense. So, organizations are unethical if they violate the basic rights of its employees, ignores health, safety, and environmental standards. So, we hold all of these within Avery Dennison to make sure that we are being ethical to our employees and our customers and ourselves. So, ethical decision making, consistently choose the right thing. Makes sense, right? You always want to do the right thing, or most people want to do the right thing. So I think it's common sense for the most part. So three approaches. One, utilitarian approach, greater good for the majority. So this approach is something like when I come into a new site, the approach this approach makes sense for me because I'm trying to come in and bring a process change or a step change that's greater. You're getting an advantage out of it for the operator, the employee, which is operator, employee, whoever's doing the task, the business, the customer, quality wise, safety wise for the employee and the company, and then also cost savings initiatives, implementing a new process or a better process. Two, I'd say rights approach, respect for human dignity, and then three, justice approach based decisions on fairness. So social responsibility, Carroll's pyramid of corporate social responsibility. I do like so philanthropic, good, be a good corporate citizen, and then ethical, be an ethical organization, legal, follow the law, and then economic, turn a profit. That's why we all go to work. That's all we have. That's why we have jobs. So I think that makes sense. It's basic. Again, I feel like that's common sense. I like this pyramid for social responsibility for the corporate level. But I think you can use that with just about anything if you really think about it and dig into it. And then looking at components of an organization, ethical culture include core values, a mission statement, a code of ethics, a structure put in place that we try to follow, and then board of directors to make sure we're following each process right, and then evaluation system, communication system, and then ethics officers to make sure everything kind of falls into place as it should and flows. Um, but yeah, so we hire based on values and ethics. That's how you get promoted. We talk about it all the time in the corporate setting. So I think all this really hones in for me. So thank you.